Hey everyone, welcome to Community Group. Hope you're having a good day. I'm Ranjo. This is your Community Group video, and as we get started, I just want to say thanks for coming out. Thanks for choosing to be part of our community and grow with us. So this Sunday we continued in our series called Choices, and for more on the sermon, here is Lisa with your 90-second sermon recap.
Hey guys, it's Lisa with your 90-second sermon recap. We're continuing our series in this season of Lent called The Choice, and we talked this week about a few stories out of Luke 15, where Jesus is confronting some of the religious leaders of his day because they were not so happy with who he was keeping company with and who he was spending his most time with. He was spending his time with sinners and tax collectors and the roughest of the rough, and just the people that the insiders of the faith thought, the outsiders not welcome, they need to stay on the outside, that's just where they belong. But Jesus uses these three stories in Luke 15 to really illustrate that the mission of God, and so his mission was to go and find the lost and to bring the outsiders inside. So he used the story of the lost sheep, where the shepherd goes off to find the one out of the 100 that is lost to go and rescue it. And then the story of the widow who loses one coin from her multiple days' wages, and she searches forever until she finds it, and then she celebrates. And then finally, the last story of the two brothers. One brother who goes off and squanders everything that his father gives him of his share of the estate, and then comes back begging for forgiveness and just to be a servant in his father's household. The father welcomes him in. He purposefully goes to his son, who's now an outsider, and pulls him inside. And likewise, he goes to the older brother, who has been an insider his whole life, but is now angry because the father has invited this younger son back into the household. He even goes out to the older son, who has made himself an outsider in this scene, and begs him to come into the party to celebrate with them. So the big idea is that Jesus makes outsiders insiders. That's his whole goal. And that is the exact same life purpose that we want to be about as well when we're making choices.
Thanks a lot, Lisa. So this Sunday we focused on Luke chapter 11, and I want to take you to the story of the prodigal son, which is where we ended. Read that together as a group and tell me, whose team are you on? Are you on the older son's team or the younger son's team? Who do you relate to and why? Go ahead and have some fights about it. So the big idea for this week was Jesus chooses outsiders for insiders. As you look at the story of the prodigal son, how does Jesus deal with outsiders? And Jesus in the story is the father. How does he deal with outsiders? What does he do and not do? So as you think about this big idea, Jesus chooses the outsiders for insiders. I wonder, where in your life, maybe in school or at work or in your community, where in your life are you noticing outsiders? And what is one thing you could do to reach out to them? Go ahead and share that with your group, and then let that lead into prayer. God bless. Have a good time.